our RC race. So that's pretty cool. I know I haven't made a lot of content lately, but I do know the reason is because I have been processing a very, very long video, and my computer takes a lot of time doing that. So yes, that is what has been going on recently. Huh? Oh. Oh yes. It might go up if you have more players. Oh. Yeah. About how it is like in life. Oh well, I haven't been to this map before. Oh. Yeah, it's strange because you're a little bitty car and it looks like you're going super fast, but the reality is you're like going like 16 miles per hour, maybe. Yeah. Huh? Oh yes, lap 2 out of 5. Wow. Wow. Oh no. Oh, he left? Oh man. Vengeance is also the name of a brand of RAM stick by Corsair. That's really good RAM. No, a long time ago they didn't have, in fact, a lot of cheaper computers don't have heat sinks on their RAM. It's just a plain white green PCB. Yeah, like there's no heat sink on the RAM on the cheaper. In fact, cheaper computers don't even have really much to them anyways. There's just basically a Chromebook slapped inside a desktop and they sell it for $200. Not for video editing. You can't really video edit with a Chromebook. And that's literally all I use my computer for, so yeah, Chromebooks are useless to me. Or, well, watching YouTube videos, you can do that on a Chromebook, but I have my phone for that, and it does that just fine, so there's not much of a point to a Chromebook, because if I have a computer, I'm going to need to use it more than just watching YouTube videos anyways. I mean, I know there's a lot of people who don't feel the need to do gaming or video editing, and that's fine for them, but for me, I can't really get away with just a Chromebook. I need something with a Windows. Well, honestly, my computer is basically a Chromebook running Windows. It has the same amount of power, and as you can tell, it's taking a long time to render a video, so that tells you how great its performance is. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Our school is broke. They can't afford to give out Chromebooks for every 12th grader. Um, couldn't afford it. Taxpayers like wouldn't pay up, so put that to the side. Yeah. And Chromebooks are like $100 to 100 to 100 150 to $200 a piece. And our school can't even afford $1,500 $1,600 a year. Well, actually no, a bit that'd be around, let me think. How many seniors is there? About 20, so 200, about $2,000 a year. Our school apparently can't afford that. And apparently our school also can't afford to fix the ceilings, which are literally falling apart in the gymnasium, so that's also fun. I don't really think... Huh? Well, yeah, there was a fire in in the Agra building. And I heard about it because somebody was being an idiot and lit a fire in the bathroom thinking they were going to be funny, and yeah. Bathroom got all I mean, no, it was people in my grade. It was somebody in my grade that did that. In like 10th grade. Like last year, they lit a fire in the bathroom. Just, you, oh no, I caught the bathroom on fire. Well, looks like we're gonna have to renovate that. I think they did, but they didn't really care. Well, they do that because I don't know why they do that all the time. It's like they're always repainting the parking lot. Yeah. Yeah, we can have a nice painted parking lot, but when you walk into that gymnasium and you see balls stuck in the ceiling and it all peeling away, then that parking lot's not gonna matter. That's one of the things that should pass in the village is the fact that it's just it's just pathetic. Like, I don't know. Huh? Well, well, you know, in band you have to go to the basketball games, and one, the stands aren't, there isn't enough space for the band and people to actually, you know, do what we do, because you have to share space with other people, and basically you're squished shoulder to shoulder constantly. Plus, there's like what, a 5 or 6 inch gap between us and the players, so if the ball flies out of bounds, it's bound to hit one of us, so yeah. It's not super safe to really be like that. But oh well. I guess all I can do is all the day. That's game of basketball once, and I saw it. You're in a really heavy. Well, yeah, there's a leak in the ceiling. Every time it rains hard, it's gonna leak like that. It's some of the most incredibly stupid things I've ever seen in my life. Well, actually, the nicest part about the gymnasium is the bathroom, and that's saying something. And usually, the bathrooms are bad, but the rest of the gymnasium is so out of date and dilapidated that the bathrooms look good in comparison. And that is sad. The floors and stuff. Yeah, the floors, the wooden floors, and yeah, speakers as well. But the floors are pretty new. They've been there, and it does, yeah. The chairs are the newest thing in the gymnasium. Don't forget about them. We really desperately need to renovate our gym, though. It is so, yeah. Like the school building and all that's fine. It's not that. Oh well, there is one place I can't say the same for. The band room. I don't know if you ever go in there, but there's water damage or termites or one of those. There's chewing holes in the band room. There are holes in the walls in the band room. Every other place looks okay. Well, actually, no. Mr. Tubbs' room also has water damage in it, and we're not worrying about that. Everybody else is worried about stuff like painting the road for the 5th time in a year. That's like all we do. That's where all the renovation expenses goes towards, is the parking lot. and everything else just gets put on hold. Like, oh well, you got termites chewing holes in your classroom? Well, oh, that's not good. Let's go paint the road in a few hours, yeah? Yeah. Well, usually in a small school nothing changes. The elementary school looks almost the exact same as it was in 2007 when I started there in kindergarten. Like, okay, there's no longer the really big building. If you go on Google Maps, you'll know what I'm talking about. But at the high school, there used to be this really big building, and there was no highway there. It was just a dirt road, where the parking lot is now. And at the elementary school, next to nothing's changed. It's still a dirt road. The old building was always there, and then, well, actually, the main building in the elementary wasn't built until 2010. But I do remember that we used that old building in Belleville until 2010, and yeah, that was an experience. And the place looks exactly the same as it did then, so yeah, that's just how it is in smaller schools. Nothing really changes. Yeah, that's all the renovation seems to do is just, oh, let's paint the parking lot again. We need to, I know, but it's not even that. It's we have the money to fix up the gymnasium, or we have the potential to get the money, but everybody's voting against it for some reason. Nobody wants to renovate the gym. They say it's not worth it. Like, have you been in the gym? It is pathetic. Like, that nobody, everybody wants nice stuff, but nobody wants to pay for it. Like, how does that work? We don't live in a communist country. And even then, it don't work that sounds good on paper to some people, but it don't work. And I don't know how I went from school gymnasium to communism, but they're kind of related if you just follow the conversation. Okay, here's the thing. Our school basically our gymnasium is like communism. It's slowly falling apart. That's basically what it is. And it's sad, and we really need the funding to actually get it repaired, but nobody wants to go through with it. Yeah. It literally turns out in reality to be the exact opposite of what it says on paper, so good job. And I mean that sarcastically. Yeah. I'd say that's a bit exaggerating it. I'm not saying it's not structurally sound, it's just wore out. It doesn't look very good anymore. The Yeah. And for those of you watching the live stream later on, yeah, I tend to talk about heavier subjects whenever I'm streaming. I don't know why, it just happens that way. Maybe because when I'm streaming I need to talk about something, and all I've really got to talk about is the stuff that's actually happening. can't make I Be Flossing memes for 3 hours straight and still make it funny, so. Wait, did you leave? Yeah. Here, let me see. Okay. Okay, I left the job. I'll be looking for the invite. The school, in general. Um, Honestly, the gym is in pretty bad shape, but that's not the first thing I would fix, because not everybody lives in the gym. What I would fix is the termite and water damage in the classrooms, because that's actually a really big concern, because if it's water damage, you can grow mold, and if you get mold, everybody's gonna get sick, so that's not very good. Well, I wouldn't say it's mold's growing right now, but it has potential to. There's water damage. There's some water damage happening in that area, and it's been there for several years. So, and it's just because the school's built too low to the ground. All the excess water is like literally like going into the foundation and into the wall. It's just very, it's just bad design is what it is, more than anything else. Oh yeah, let me see. Is my mic on? Where am I? Well, I know my mic's on, but let me see if I'm actually talking in this chat. Oh, never mind. Nope, it's not moving. Okay, good. Oh, let me see. I see you left the public server. I think I found a workaround in case you don't want to have other people in the public chat or public server trying to listen to everything you say. Okay. So basically all you gotta do is, if you don't want everybody in a public server to listen to what you gotta say and you just want to talk to someone else or for a live stream, then just join a party and then you don't have to worry about it and you don't have to turn off your mic. I wish there was a way to mute people in Grand Theft Auto 5, because the little kids, there is. Wow. I wish I would have known about that. I swear, it's like when the little kids get tired of Fortnite, they come to this game. Well, that's good. I never played that game much anyway, so I'm not really sure. It doesn't really affect me too much. I mean, the whole reason why I avoided it in the first place was simply because of all the little kids yelling and stuff. Because I heard about it when it was like super popular for like all the younger people, and it, well, I guess, I mean, I didn't hear about the game until 2014, so I was probably very late. But oh, nice. For a lot of people, it was building stuff as well. Creative mode and that. I've seen other people play the game just because my parents have that on PS3. Yeah, I'm one of them because I don't ever. Okay, I've only played the game maybe 20 minutes in my life, and in that 20 minutes I was in creative mode building stuff. Yeah. Well, I don't blame them. Well, creative is pretty fun, but it's gets boring after a while. Where is the lamb sauce? Yeah, talking about resurrecting dead memes. I'm doing that. Heck yeah. But I only bring back the good dead memes, like the Sprite cranberry meme. That meme can just die. That meme got so. The Sprite cranberry meme is pretty dead at this point, I think. At least I think it is, because I don't hear people talking about it very much. Wow. Comment awards? Is it like a bunch of stupid comments? Oh yeah. Oh, oh. Yay, RC stuff. Excuse me. Wow. You know, CNT and yeah. I barely have an hotels. Well, not a hotel. I barely have an apartment, so that's gonna be a while. What? Dang. That's nice. Oh. That's what most people would wish. Oh, cool, you exist. You need $250,000. That'd be really cool if life actually worked like that. But no. What do you not like? Ah, instant gratification is the base for most pay-to-win phone games. That's true. That's a good point because if you get something that you want and you don't really have it, you just get it right then there's no real joy in getting it because like earning to earning towards getting something you want is half the fun. Once you get it and it wears off, it's like, well, what do I do now? It's just really, I kind of understand now why rich people can get really sad because they get everything they want and then there's nothing else they can do. I mean, they're just bored and sad, so they gotta do something to get out their aggression. I don't know, but yeah, that's probably one of the reasons why they are like they are. It'd be nice, 'cause then I could like go to school and stuff, not worry about finances, but then I'd have to but then I'd get everything I want and be very bored most of the time. I don't know. Like it would be different being born into it than it would be getting rich suddenly just because of how people turn out to be when they're raised. People can be very different depending on where they grow up in. And that sticks with them for a very long time. Most usually throughout their entire life. Yeah, lower middle class. We didn't get iPhone X's and you know ah nice. Well, yeah. I think that's what most people a lot of people can't even afford their bills, so they gotta decide if they're gonna get food on the table or so. I mean, yeah, electricity's nice and all, but if you need, if you have to decide between starving, yeah, going hungry is not, having electricity is not worth starving yourself. So if you're faced with that dilemma, just don't even think about it. Just get yourself the food, and then you can get pay for the electricity later. But that's one thing you actually need. The longest I've gone without eating, um, a day and a half, I think. Well, that wasn't because of anything else. It was just simply because I was too lazy to get out of bed one summer. I didn't eat for a day and a half. I literally laid in. Yeah, I can imagine how horrible that can be. That's just, ugh. Very, very, very hungry and in pain. Imagine, imagine like going to school with no breakfast and waiting for lunch, only times 10. You should, yes, that's what I think. Because you need food to live. If you don't have food in a certain amount of time, you'll die. So, you kind of... You can go a lot more than 3 days without food. There's been people who have gone months without eating water. Water is even more important than food, actually. Especially if you live in a hot area like this. And in the summertime, you'll need more than... Yeah. Oh. Water is... It does, yes. It can screw up a lot of stuff. Yeah, if you get dehydrated enough, your blood veins will collapse and it will make it to where they can't even put an IV in your arm. Which has actually happened to one of my family members. They got super dehydrated to the point where they could not put an IV in her arm simply because she didn't have enough water in her. Yeah, the veins were like super tiny because she was dehydrated, and that's kind of what happened at that point. That was quite scary, but she was alright afterwards. After she had a few bottles of water. Well, she was dehydrated simply because she was really sick and she didn't feel like swallowing water, so she didn't, and she was hospitalized over it. She didn't feel like it because her throat hurt a lot, so she eventually she got hospitalized because she was fading in and out of consciousness for something else, but it was most of it was dehydration. You do, yeah. Oh, yeah, she was like 71 at the time, so yeah. She really didn't feel like drinking water. Of course, now she's in a lot better shape. Yeah, these RC cars, yeah, like I just did it. These RC cars are very squirrely. It does. Normally when when that happens, you just kind of gotta let off the gas and let it situate itself, and then you go whenever it stops trying to throw you everywhere. It just takes a little bit of skill to figure out which way to turn whenever oh my gosh, I just hit the rail. Really? I am now ultra triggered. I hit the rail of that thing and it knocked me into the water. Wow, that was very depressing. How expensive are they? Well, I don't think they're that expensive because they have little bitty gas tanks and they're not going like it's not like a race car. So I'm assuming they take up a few dollars of gas every time, but then again you'd probably need special gas for them as well. You can't just, you know, yeah. But these a little, yeah. Did they get a burrito while they were at it as well? Oh, you know when you, They're basically little bitty car engines, and they're fast simply because they're light. Like if you put a Mopar engine inside of a Volkswagen Beetle, that thing will fly, like almost literally come off the ground, because they're not very heavy cars. Like the newer ones, like older ones probably not. Older Volkswagens are pretty heavy for their size, simply because they're made out of much more reliable materials, like steel. Yeah. Yeah, and it's not, it's so basically you're riding in a Coke can. We do. Well, a lot of people are trying to balance that. I really hope that the automotive industry finds a better way to keep us safe, because so, that's a good question. They don't have to. Look at the Teslas. They're not ugly cars, but I guess they make them because they think it looks pretty. Like, it's not a requirement. They can make the cars look. They are. Electric cars are very expensive. Like, and they're like, most of them are ugly too. Like, what the heck? I don't get it. What? Yeah. Yeah. So the majority of the trucks around here, yeah. Oh my gosh. You know, that's crazy. Wow, look, somebody's watching the stream. Hello there, whoever you are. Nope. I guess we're just watching it. But yeah, currently we are in the middle of this. We're waiting for the game to really set itself up and stuff. We're currently racing RC cars, if you really want to know. It should be obvious by looking at the title of the thing right there, see? It's very nice. This should not be nearly as hard as the golf course. Yes. I don't know why, but I think it does that. I think it does it automatically to even the competition. It doesn't want people to have an unfair advantage. Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, but then again, that's what RC racing is. It's basically a bunch of people racing remote control cars. So it is pretty competitive. Of course, well, I literally couldn't care less if I win or lose. I'm just, playing for the sake of playing. Yeah. I was like, oh, we're gonna see how good we do. We're gonna get a few people off the street. Do you know how to use a PS4 controller? Nope. Well, I guess you're gonna learn today. You're gonna get a, yeah. You just got random people. Common man sport. Yeah. Who needs experience? Experience is for noobs. Yeah. We like to call it Nuremberg on Gran Turismo. That is a very, 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 very difficult track to race on. And it's 13 miles per lap, so yeah, it's a huge, huge track. Nuremberg, it has all these weird turns and like things. It's very, very complicated. And if you don't know it inside out, which most people don't, it'll throw you into the wall over and over again. Simply because there's blind turns everywhere in that track. I think the fastest time was something like 5 minutes on a 13-mile track, and that's just one lap. It's huge. Oh yeah, there's people who spend all their time learning Nuremberg and racing, and that's a real racetrack in Germany as well. That's not fake at all. It's real. Like you can literally go there and race. I think Gran Turismo did that kind of thing, but that was a very long time ago. That was like, what, 2004 or 5? That was the fourth game on PS2. And that was a good game for its time. Did you know Gran Turismo 4 was one of the only games on PS2 that supported 1080i. Basically high definition on a PS2. Yeah, it is. It was possible as early as 2004, and that's when that game was released. That's crazy. It was Yeah, it's basically having a 480p high definition television in 2004 is the equivalent of owning a 4K TV about 3 years ago. Like nobody really had it but really rich people. But that game, we were the last generation of. Oh yeah. Born too late to explore the world, born too early to explore space, born the perfect time to look at dank memes. The meme generation. Yeah. Ha ha ha, yeah. That's basically what it is. It's a bunch of old people fighting each other. It's like, look at them. WildStar was invented by a bunch of Generation Z people to laugh at all the older people fighting each other over mundane stuff that doesn't even matter in the end. And you know what? It got a lot of hits because it's pretty hilarious. You ever been to a YouTube comment section where it's literally like a 200 reply post flame war of just a bunch of older people yelling about which band's better, or you know, like in my day we didn't have these YouTube thing, we had tapes, and like, just stop. Like, seriously. And they're talking about how they have a life, yet they have the time to spend literally 5 hours straight arguing over the internet non-stop. Like, I find that's pretty ironic. No, I don't like really starting flame wars cause then you have to deal with all the replies in your email. It's so annoying. But I have seen flame wars. I've posted in the middle of them a few times just to see what people would say, and I usually got ignored because whatever. But they are pretty funny. Yeah, that is the physical version of what it's like to yeah. Yeah, it's talk about that's very people are incredibly stupid. Or can't. Yeah. Worldwide, I'm gonna get so many hits on YouTube. Yeah. I don't think they would allow that, honestly. Nah, it's not worth it though. A Class A felony, a bumper is not worth a Class A felony and a permanent stain on your record. So, I don't like. Well, you say if they got a gun with them, if you got a gun on you, so that means you're pointing a gun at them, taking a bumper. I'm like, what? That could be considered like, I don't know what the law is, but I know it's something like okay, well, I don't think that would be too illegal. It might be a little bit illegal, but not nearly as bad as pointing a gun at somebody and taking a bumper. Like, that would be very bad if you care. Hey, if they're street racing and you take a bumper, if they're street racing, like just illegally street racing, then you take a bumper, it might actually be public property, so I'm not sure. I don't really study the economic laws of taking bumpers off the road. You, you know what? That's true. That's true. Huh? It's like, hey, look at what I got. I got a piece of memorabilia. Low, low price, $300. Yeah. So it's not really that illegal. It's just, yeah, if you're, yeah, you could. Oh, for street racing. Yeah. You can get a lot of trouble for that. Yeah, reckless endangerment's another one. You're putting other people's lives on the risk, at the risk because of your. You just, yeah. It's like, wow, look at this bumper here. Or, or tire rims. Either one will work. Hey, look at this wheel. I'm gonna put it on my car and see if it'll fit. Yeah, this wheel came off of this one guy that crashed into a wall. Wow. Ah. How not to race. Have you ever watched those crash compilations on YouTube? Like those are the pl ah yes, Need for Speed. That's a video game though. That fast. Yep, the Fat and the Furious. Yeah, you gotta be like really good. There's, yeah, did you know locally in this county there is a racetrack? Well, that's no, that's for legal. That racing is perfectly legal, cause it's on its own track. Yeah, I can imagine. Nope. Yeah, I think after this race, I'm probably gonna have to get off. Uh, I'm gonna go to sleep, cause tomorrow's Thursday. I'm getting a bit tired already, so that's about just the same as mine. I just go to bed about 30 minutes earlier than you. That's all. And that's just because I go to bed about I go to school about an hour before everybody else for Votech, so I kinda do need to go to bed early. Oh good god, I suck at this. Well no, I could try to bring it tomorrow. I mean it's not like it is in my drawer, it's just collecting dust, so I don't see a problem with bringing it. I just don't really, you know. You can, actually, that's true. Remote play. You know, it'd be really cool. Remote play, yeah. But here's the thing, you need a good internet connection for it. Because my upload speed, my download speed's good, but my upload speed is not. My upload speed's 2 megabits per second, so, in it, upload speed is 40, that's... What the heck did that thing just do? Dang. I think you mean your download. I think your download speed is 40 because if your upload speed was 40, then your download speed would be like 200. It should be a lot higher. It should be at least 5 if you're getting something like, let me see, 40 megabits per second download, and it shouldn't be too slow. I would hope not, at least. Yeah, so it should do 10 upload, 100 download. That's what that package would be, at least on my ISP. Is it ArcWest? Well, that is your ISP. That stands for your Internet Service Providers, the people who give you the internet. I'm literally running into every single barrier you possibly can, so whoever's watching the stream, this is how to not play Grand Theft Auto 5. And it's all because I'm half asleep, so that's always fun. No, you need a password. I've tried it before. Once. But that was during the summer though. I just happened at that one point to be really close to school. And the school don't shut down their Wi-Fi over the summer. They leave it on. I don't know why. No, I think they have their I think they have their servers shut down in the summer, but their routers would still be broadcasting a Wi-Fi signal. So it's not like yeah, but they would also have to activate the servers as well. Because I've been in the server room, believe it or not, and you know where Emmanuel's office is, right? Or, well, Emmanuel's where he used to work. Because he doesn't work at the school anymore, he works at a top secret facility used to investigate alien life. I'm kidding, no. No, it's just a nuclear plant. Doing a bunch of reprogramming and stuff. It's not... No big deal. We just have him to... We just have our lives depend on him, because if he screws up one line of code, we're all gonna die in a nuclear blast. Pfft. I'm kidding. We're all gonna be good. The worst thing that would happen is that something would malfunction and it would all shut off and we'd all lose power. everybody would lose power. Like, oh, good God, no. That'd be, yeah, Chernobyl, the only reason that happened was because their investors were being total retards and they made it to where, you know, they made it they made a really stupid decision to keep it running even though it wasn't safe, so they killed people. They were, yeah, yeah, and the guy said they knew it wasn't going to be safe, and then they were going to try to stop it, but one of their investors says, no, keep going, you got to keep doing this. It's like, okay. And yeah, they didn't know they were being at risk of radiation. The people didn't know that until it was too late, and there was people that were infertile and dead. It's pretty messed up. But yeah, that was pretty much the last race that I can do for tonight because I'm starting to get very tired. I did get $9,300. Yep. Oh, don't let your memes be dreams. Well, I'm gonna go into free mode and I'm gonna deposit some money. Then I'm gonna sign out. It's gonna be lit. Yep. Ah. Yep. Oh, I know how. Let's infect all the annals of the internet. Yep. Fortnite default dancing. Da 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 da. Doom. Yeah, that RC car thing makes a lot of money. Well, yeah. Well, anyway, guys, thank you for watching. This is Chill Austin right here. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to click that bell down below to get notified for all the new uploads in this channel. Anyways, thank you for watching YouTube. You are welcome. Signing out. Yep. Be sure to check out John Bronze.